Welcome back to Mega Quiz Channel. In this quiz there are 35 questions and answers about Victorian Britain. Keep track of your score and get ready for question number 1. What year did Queen Victoria become Queen? (1837). Question 2. Who was Queen Victoria's husband? Prince Albert. Question 3. How were Queen Victoria and Prince Albert related? They were first cousins. Question 4. What powered most Victorian factories and trains? Steam. Question 5. Which exhibition in 1851 showcased Victorian innovation? The Great Exhibition. Question 6. Which Act made school attendance compulsory for children between the ages of 5 to 10? The Education Act of 1880. Question 7. What was Queen Victoria's full name? Alexandrina Victoria. Question 8. Which author wrote Oliver Twist and A Christmas Carol? Charles Dickens. Question 9. Which title was given to Queen Victoria in 1876? Empress of India. Question 10. What nickname did Florence Nightingale gain during the Crimean War? The Lady with the Lamp. Question 11. How many children did Queen Victoria have? Nine. 4 boys and 5 girls. Question 12. Which son of Queen Victoria became king after her death? Edward VII. Question 13. Who wrote Jane Eyre? Charlotte Bronte. Question 14. The Vaccination Act of 1853 made it mandatory for children to be vaccinated against which disease? Smallpox. Question 15. What was the standard colour of early Victorian post boxes? Green. Question 16. What year did the London Underground open? (1863). Question 17. Who founded a children's charity in the Victorian era which remains a charity today? Thomas John Bernardo. Question 18. What was the name of the world's first adhesive postage stamp used in a public postal system? The penny black. Question 19. Which explorer was famous for expeditions in Africa during the Victorian period? David Livingstone. Question 20. Who is credited with the invention of the telephone in 1876? Alexander Graham Bell. Question 21. What confectionery was produced for the first time in Bristol, England in 1873 by Fry, Vaughan and Co? The chocolate Easter egg. Question 22. How old was Queen Victoria when she became Queen? "18 years old." Question 23. Which famous detective was created by Arthur Conan Doyle? Sherlock Holmes. Question 24. Which royal residence did Queen Victoria and Albert make their family home? Osborne House. Question 25. What building housed the Great Exhibition? The Crystal Palace. Question 26. Which poet wrote The Charge of the Light Brigade? Alfred Lord Tennyson. Question 27. Who commissioned the first commercial Christmas card in 1843? Sir Henry Cole. Question 28. In what year was the Penny Post Act introduced in the UK by Sir Rowland Hill? (1840). Question 29. What scientific publication was released in 1859 by Charles Darwin? On the Origin of Species. Question 30. What sweet was manufactured for the first time in 1864 by Herr Steinbeck in Lancashire, England? Jelly babies. Question 31. What was the average life expectancy for women in 1850? (42 years old). Question 32. Which war took place between Britain and Russia between 1853 and 1856? The Crimean War. Question 33. Whose profile was printed on the penny black postage stamp? Queen Victoria. Question 34. What year was the official celebration of Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee? (1897). Question 35. What year did Queen Victoria die? (1901). If you enjoyed this quiz, you will love the Tudor History quiz and the British Royalty quiz linked in this video's description. Don't forget to leave your score in the comments and see you next time for another mega quiz.